if not full, it would get, we'd have several thousand in there for the freshman games. I'm told it was the same when Haskins and them were freshmen in 63, 64 as it was in 67, 68. They came out in droves to see those two teams play, and really, deservedly so. The Haskins team was they were ranked as high as third in the country.
Although racism was present across the country at the time, Haskins said he never really had a problem with it here in Bowling Green.
It's one great thing about sports, and bringing people together, particularly along the race lines. People will come and in droves support you on that football field, that basketball field, and you didn't know that till last night I pick up the clock, then you go back to the same old thing, okay? Not being accepted in public places, not being accepted in good jobs, get quality education. But you know, there's different arenas, okay? The thing that happened, there's places we traveled, we couldn't eat in restaurants, we couldn't stay at hotels. So that was just the way of life. After I left Western, went into Pro Bowl the same way there. You go in the South, you couldn't stay certain places, you couldn't eat in restaurants.
For programs in the South, the OVC was one of the early to start to recruiting black athletes. And Mr. Diddle didn't take him long to realize that that's where you're going to have to consider the black athlete as a part of your programs. And for a guy who'd been at it since 1922 and never coached any black athletes, I thought he was pretty flexible at 70 years old or close to it. We weren't the first school to integrate. Some people have said that. The OVC integrated before the SEC. As Coach Oldham would tell you, that the beginning of the integrating of our basketball program here was started with Coach Diddle. Because Diddle actually signed Haskins and Smith. I do know he reached a point that it was going to be, to start his 5 best players, he's going to have to start 5 minority athletes. I think he caught some flack over that.
Because Coach Oldham not only had African Americans on his team, but also started them pretty much every game, he received a lot of hate mail.
Some of the people he knew who they were, and some of the people didn't identify themselves, and he didn't have any clue who it was. And I don't know that it just piled up, but at the same time, it's disappointing.
He kept that within himself. That's what I respected. I knew he was getting it, but he never, ever brought it to the team where we would be concerned about that. And, he took all that in stride. And that's why I say he's such a gentleman, a professional person, and a wonderful human being to be able to do that.
Still, some of the communities they went to in the OVC were basically southern communities. So there were some motels that wouldn't take them, and there were some restaurants that wouldn't serve. So they had the coaches and had to plan accordingly because everybody's going to be treated the same way internally, and that's the way it always was and the way it should have been. And I think the players on both sides, both the blacks and the whites, appreciated that because I think those people generally felt to themselves as a team.
Well, you got to understand, Coach Oldham never have received, I think, the praise he deserved going through that time, because even myself didn't have no idea until I got older and started receiving hate mail myself as a coach, what he went through. Imagine the hate mail he received while we was playing and playing 3 or 4 black players at that time, because Dwight Smith, my roommate, we were the first 2 blacks, only 2 blacks on the team and in the school at that time we first started. So amazing. Coach Oldham to me is an amazing man, someone I've always respected, always will respect, and deserve a lot more credit than he's received for putting up with not only you talking about across the country, but locally, hate mails and his friends that he hears from. I know, why are you playing blacks and why are you doing this? Coach Oldham always looked out for us as we travel, make sure, at that time with Dwight Smith and myself taking care of, looked after that and protected us. Well, you got to understand, I'm no fool. It's well and alive today. You just don't see it publicly. But see, we see people pat you on the back. They disguise it, okay? People pat you on the back, not your friend. Everybody pat you on the back and say good things in your face. He's not your damn friend, okay? So I know that, see. Okay, I understand that. I learned to deal with that many years ago. Yes, at Minnesota, at Western. I've got hate letters I kept for, that people write to you. For whatever reason, because you're black and you're coaching. I would say that coaches get those same letters today, and it's sad to say, but that's a fact.